Hey everybody, and this video once again brings us back out to Clermont, Florida. And the reason why we are in Clermont, Florida today is because we are going to be doing now the third video in a row of a Dave recommendation. This is now the third video that we have filmed in a row of something that my friend Dave has recommended that we take a look at, that we film. On Monday, we went out, we saw the Key building here in Clermont, Florida / Mineola, Florida. We do not know the fate of the Key building now that the company that was in there has moved out. The Key might be gone forever, so we had to document that, had to show that off. And then yesterday, Dave and I went out to a 1922 general store, which was really awesome. We checked that out together. Really cool. Definitely felt like we were stepping back in time, back into 1922 Central Florida. It was awesome. That was a really, really cool place to go visit. But on the way back from the general store, he goes, "Hey, did you know that Clermont, Florida has a haunted house?" I did not know this, so I knew we had to check this out. So we drove past it. He told me a little bit about it, but I knew I had to do more research. I knew I had to check out some information on this house. So last night, I stayed up reading about this house, and it was really interesting. I watched the Unsolved Mysteries episode about this house. They actually did an Unsolved Mysteries episode all about this, which is really, really cool. So I knew we had to come out here today to check out this 1881 Victorian house here in Clermont, Florida. We are out here to check out, you guys ready for this? We are here to check out the Harden House. Look at this. Right across the street, there is the Harden House here on the corner of Osceola and 5th Street here in downtown, historic downtown Clermont. This is awesome. So this is really, really interesting. The reason why this house is a haunted house is because there was a man who was actually murdered here, and they say that his ghost haunts this house. But that's not the weirdest part of this story. We've heard of haunted houses before. We've heard of people being murdered and haunting the grounds or haunting the house or haunting the area in which they were murdered in, but the story gets kind of crazier than that. So in 1975, John Harden moved into this house and he was murdered. He woke up one night in the middle of the night. He smelled smoke. He looked out his window, saw that his truck that was actually parked right kind of back here where all these other trucks are parked. His truck was parked back here. It was set ablaze, and he went out to see what was going on. He went to check out why his truck was on fire to possibly put the fire out, and he was shot right in the chest. Shotgun blast to the chest, and was murdered. And they have no idea why he was murdered. They have no idea who killed him. To this day, the mystery of John Harden still presides. They have no idea who killed John Harden. They do not know. The case has not yet been closed. It's still an open case as to who done it. But that, again, is not the weirdest part of the story. Again, we've heard of murders before. We've heard of haunted houses because of murders before. The crazy part is that in 1968, in Richmond, Virginia, lived June Ferris. In June in 1968, so a couple of years before, almost a decade before this murder even happened, she had these visions of her waking up in the middle of the night, walking down this hallway, down the back stairs into a kitchen, and then out the back door onto a porch, and then she would wake up immediately. That's it. That was her dream. Waking up, going down a hallway, down some back stairs, through the kitchen, out the back door, onto a back porch, and then she would wake up, and she would keep having this recurring dream over and over and over again. She would have no idea why she would keep having this dream. She did not know what this dream was about. So in 1972, June and her family actually moved from Richmond, Virginia to Central Florida, and they looked at this house. This house was up for sale, so they came out here and they checked out this house. And when she came into the house, she immediately had a case of deja vu. She knew something. She's like, I've been here before, and she knew this was the house from her dreams. This is the house that she had weirdly been dreaming of and having these strange dreams of her walking through the house. And she knew this was it. This was the house that she had been dreaming about for the last X amount of years. She did not, however, move into the house then in 1972, but in 1975, John Harden would move into this house, and that is when he would be murdered. Now, again, they have no idea who killed him or why he was murdered. There is a thing where he was apparently married, and he told his wife like, I have to leave for a while. There's something going on. I'll be back when everything has cleared out, when everything is good. I'll be back. I guess that never actually happened. And then he remarried and he moved into this house with his second wife. I question that a little bit because I think, well, did that have anything to do with his murder? Was he up to something? Did he get involved in something shady and they found him and they killed him? Who knows? Again, they do not know why he was murdered or who murdered him. So in 1975, he was murdered right here. It was actually right in the back of the house. He wasn't murdered in the house. He was murdered outside the house when he went out to check his truck that was set ablaze. Right back there where all those other trucks are parked. Right back there is where he saw his truck on fire and went back there to investigate and was shot in the chest. So shot and killed in 1975. 1972, like I said, June Ferris and her family moved into the area. They checked out the house. They did not move into the house. But in 1978, June and her family would eventually move into this house. And this is when they started to notice things happening. They started to see weird things going on. There was a boat that was parked in the driveway over there. I think there actually is a boat right now parked in the driveway over there, possibly, maybe. Yeah, there is. There's actually a boat in the driveway right now. As you can see, they're actually doing some work on the house right now. There's some construction workers out here doing some work on the house. I don't think they'll mind so much if we go over here, but there's a boat parked right now in the back of the house, and they say that the boat actually moved off. It was on a hitch, and it was sitting on kind of like a horse, like a little 2x4 area, and it would lift up and move off, and it kept lifting up and moving off by itself. Something was moving this boat off of the stand that it was on. As you can see, there is a boat back there right now. Right back here is where the murder actually happened. Again, where all these trucks are parked, this is where the truck was set ablaze, and John Harden came out to check on his truck. So again, June and her family moved in here in 1978. Where the truck was parked is where the boat was parked, and the boat was moving off its hitch. They started to hear weird sounds, like people walking through the house, like people's footsteps coming into the house, and their music boxes would just randomly start going off by itself. So they started to have these weird feelings, like maybe there's something going on here. Maybe there's something creepy going on in this house. Maybe there's a spirit here. Maybe there's something happening here in this house. And that is when then they started to see and notice apparitions. They actually saw a couple apparitions here in this house. One up in the attic, where supposedly the ghost of John Harden actually like lunged at the guy up in the attic. So they've actually seen apparitions here, ghostly apparitions of possibly John Harden here in what is now called the Harden House. Call that because of the murder of John Harden. It's not haunted? No. You sure? How do you know? Oh, you live here? So how do you know? So you've never seen anything? Not one thing. No? Well, that's no fun. They keep putting stuff online. Yes, I just found out about this. I just moved in the area. My friend's like, did you know there was a haunted house in Clermont? I had no idea. It's still not a haunted house. It's still not a haunted house? Well, you got to keep the mystery alive. It's the fun of the story then. Yeah. A ghost story is always a fun story. It's still pretty awesome. It's a beautiful house, by the way. It's just awesome. So there you go. The owners say it's not haunted, but supposedly, again, that's why I always say supposedly in these videos. Supposedly, there was an apparition seen. A couple apparitions seen in this house. I believe it was 1985. The family who was living in here finally decided to do some research, because this was before the time of the internet and whatnot. So they had to actually go to a library and they had to actually look up information. They found old news clippings and they found out about the murder. So they had no idea that anybody was even murdered here in this house when they moved into it. And that's where they realized maybe this house is actually haunted by the ghost of John Harden. Or in this case, possibly not, because the owner says it's not haunted. The owner says there's no ghost here. He has never seen anything. But you got to keep the ghost stories alive. This is cool. It's such a beautiful, amazing house. 1881 house. I mean, look at how beautiful this house is. Ghosts or no ghosts, this is a house worth absolutely living in. This house he could have said this house has 1 million ghosts in it. I would still want to live here because this house is absolutely beautiful. It is one of the most beautiful houses I've ever seen in my entire life. So ghosts or no ghosts, it is an awesome house. And then there's a really interesting story. And right back here is where John Harden was unfortunately murdered. And like I said, they have no idea who did it. It's still a mystery as to who killed John Harden and why he was killed. Maybe he was mixed up in something. We do not know. Like I said, moved here with his second wife after leaving his first wife for mysterious reasons. Pretty awesome. So, all right, guys, wanted to bring you out here. Wanted to document this. Wanted to show this off. Pretty cool, awesome, amazing. Again, beautiful 1881 Victorian house here in Clermont, Florida. Really awesome view back there. You can see if you're up there on the second floor, back there is a really awesome, amazing view of Lake Mineola, which is really, really cool. Pretty awesome, but no ghosts, apparently. The current owner has not seen any ghosts here in this house. Supposedly not haunted, but also supposedly, according to some people, it was haunted. The people who came out here to film for Unsolved Mysteries, they apparently had some issues going on with their camera equipment. They were seeing weird things going on. And again, supposedly, other stuff has happened here in this house. Other people have seen stuff in this house. They've heard stuff in this house. They've seen apparitions in this house. They've seen ghostly apparitions, possibly of John Harden in this house. So who knows? But according to the current owner, there is no ghost in this house. The house is not haunted. So pretty awesome, pretty cool. But all right, guys, wanted to bring you out here. Wanted to show this to you guys, the haunted house here. I'm gonna put it in quotations, the haunted house here in Clermont, Florida. According to some people, is that the bug of John Harden? According to some people, haunted. According to other people, like the actual owner, not haunted at all. But regardless, it's an interesting story. It's a beautiful house, really awesome, historic, beautiful house. What do you think John Harden would think of that? Anyway, guys, so all right, that is going to do it for today's video. If you have any thoughts on this, if you've been out here to see the John Harden house, leave your comments down below. I want to hear from you guys. I wonder if this guy minds that his house is called the Harden House. There is a weird amount of flies flying around right now at this moment. They're like landing on my phone and landing on me. Do you guys see? Yeah, they're all over the place. That is weird. You guys have seen movies like Amityville Horror. You know that the flies, there was a lot of flies there, kind of represented like, it's a kind of evil spirit or something in the house. And as I'm standing over there talking about the house, all these flies are buzzing around me. Now that I've crossed over to the other side of the street, they've gone away. But when I was over there, there's a whole bunch of flies all around me and on my camera. And they were like literally sitting on my camera and on my hand and stuff like that. That was crazy. So I don't know, guys. What do you think? Haunted or not haunted? Do you believe in ghosts? Do you not believe in ghosts? I am kind of agnostic when it comes to ghosts. I've seen things. Well, I shouldn't say seen things. I've heard things that are unexplainable, things I can't actually explain. So I don't really know what to say about that. But I've never actually seen a ghost. So like I said, kind of agnostic when it comes to ghosts. I don't say there isn't ghosts, but I can't say there are ghosts for sure. But I like to think maybe there are ghosts. Like I said, I've heard things and witnessed things and been involved in things that are definitely unexplainable. Things I cannot explain as to why they were happening. So who knows? Ghosts or no ghosts? You guys leave your comments down below. What do you think? You think this house is haunted? Do you think it's not haunted? Do you believe the current owner, or do you go with the stories that have been told? And do you believe in ghosts or do you not believe in ghosts? It's October. We got to talk about ghosts now, right? It's the spooky season. But all right, guys, again, that is it. I am going to let you go for real this time. As you can see, there's a storm rolling in. The wind's picking up. It actually feels pretty nice out right now, but I think any moment it's probably gonna start raining. But I wanted to bring you guys out here, show you this awesome house, this beautiful, amazing house, and to tell you guys the ghost story, whether it's real or not. Again, the current owner says not real, not haunted, but regardless, it's an interesting story. It's a tragic story. I mean, somebody was actually murdered here, which is not fun. You never want to hear about murders, of course, but it is still an interesting story. And to think that possibly a spirit of John Harden haunts this house. Possibly. The bugs are back. All right. John knows I'm talking about him. He's telling me, get out of here. So, all right, guys, that is going to do it. So, as always, thank you all so much for checking out this video. Be sure to hit the like button, hit the subscribe button, check down below for links to Patreon, check down below for links to Spreadshirt, hit the join button to become a member of this channel to gain early access to all my videos. And if you guys watch this video all the way until the very end, hashtag the house is not haunted, because apparently it's not. Hashtag yeah, that's what I just said. I said hashtag the house is not haunted. Hashtag the house is not haunted if you guys watch this video all the way to the very end, because supposedly it is not. But maybe it is. We don't know. All right, guys, that's going to do it. So thanks for watching. Again, hit that like button, hit that subscribe button. And if you do hit that subscribe button or you're subscribed, then I will see you guys in the next video. The Harden House here in Clermont, Florida. Possibly haunted, but also possibly not. All right, thanks for watching. I'll see you guys next video. These flies are everywhere. They're freaking me out. All right, I'll see you guys next video. Bye.